Hey everybody, my name is Eric Martinez, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to properly throw a intermediate hook fishing rod. Now, what is an intermediate fishing rod? I'm going to show you. What this right here is an intermediate fishing rod. As you can see, this is actually pretty different than what you're used to seeing. This is for like people who go out fishing for the weekends, the weekdays most of the time. Now beginners, they are the one that you would really like. That's people who actually, I'm gonna say this, they're city people. They don't know what it's like to live outdoors. Me, I was actually raised in the country, so I kind of know what it is. So, in this video, I'm gonna show you how to throw it. Now already, what you want to do, you want to get your fishing hook and your fishing weight. That's the most important thing before you ever start throwing something. You want to make sure you have it on very tight and very like still on your hook, on your fishing line. So right here, this is what I'm showing you right now. That's how far apart you want your fishing hook and your weight to be from each other. You want it that far apart. And the reason why, because of that, is so your hook, your weight, will actually have more gravity pulling it down and your hook being floating like that. So imagine in the water, you just thrown it. And this right here is actually how deep it would go while the hook is floating. So I would have taken this outside to show you in a fishing pond that actually has pretty good fish. But because right now, the secret is about fishing, you always want to go fish when it's warm. When it's warm weather, it's not that windy, it's not that cold. Now, the weather right now is very cold and it's like total breezing right now. So the fishes right now are on the very bottom of the floor. So what I'm gonna do is another way you can do it at home is if you go out to the store, Walmart, Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, you can actually find this weight. Once you find these weights, it's like a whole nother fish that's what this is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this on my hook. Now this hook, I don't know if you noticed, it's not like a regular hook. This hook is actually made out of steel to where a turtle can't even bend this. Well, it probably can, but depending on the turtle. But anyways, so as you can see, I already put my pretend fish on the hook. So what you want to do on these, you always want to make sure you have enough space between the hook and the weight. And the pole. Sorry. I don't know why I'm off right now. So, you want to grab the line right here, and you want to pull it towards the pole. Once you do that, you want to flip this up to where it releases the line. Now, what you want to do, it's like throwing a baseball. So you have it like this. When you throw a baseball, you're like this, and you're about to throw it. So it's the same thing, but this time you're actually holding a stick. Now, whenever you throw, you want to get enough power to throw it like this, but whenever you get right here, you want to let it go. You want that thing to drop. Now, once it drops, and you give it like at least a minute or 5 seconds, you want to clamp this back on in place, that way it doesn't go down anymore. And once you do that, you just want to wait for the fish. And here's the thing, whenever they bite, you want to wait for the biggest tug for that fish to pull on your line, and then you want to yank up. Once you yank up, it lets the fish know he can't go nowhere. They cannot go anywhere. So when that happens, you want to make sure you tire them out, but at the same time, you want to make sure you don't put too much tension on your line. Because if you put too much tension on your line, that thing's going to break. So whenever you finally reel them in, you reel them in, You finally reel it up. You want it to be like that far apart from your fishing pole, because if that fish flips, he's gonna bust your whole fishing pole and he's gonna walk away scot-free, and you basically can't claim that you caught a fish. But that's how you want it. You want it that far from it to cause an accident. And of course, whenever you pull it out, you want to, depending on how big the fish is, this is really important. Depending on how big the fish is, you can only have it for so long out of the water. Because once that thing is out of the water, it's time. It is time that you have to get it right. Because if you don't, that fish is dead. Now, if you're eating it, that's different. That thing, you can actually leave it out, but not too long. So whenever you do it, this is something you want, a multi-tool. And you want to, I like using this. I'm going to tell you this right now. My dad has one of these the flat ones, and that does not work. So I had to go out and buy my own. And this one, as you can see, has a sharper tip on it. So you can actually get that hook right out easier. So, that's mainly it for this video. If you have any questions, just hit the subscribe button. Comment me if you have any questions or anything. I will be more than happy to answer your questions that you have for me. Alright, remember, this is Eric Martinez. I'm signing off.